Hello all and welcome back to a new video. This time we are looking at PHUN. We've been looking at this one over the past few days and ultimately we've been seeing continuous declines in this stock's price. This is all changing today. We're up by 21.26%, and that is about $1 almost exactly. Now a $1 gain in the one day doesn't seem too significant until you look at the value of the share price, and it's only at $5.28. So you will see that we are coming up today, which is a really good sign. And the question for a lot of people now is what comes next for PHUN, and I want to give a few of my opinions on that. Now, like I said, I am not a financial advisor. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not a professional. I'm just giving you the way that I see it, and it should not be followed at all. It's just my personal views. So make sure to formulate your own views. But if you do enjoy this video, do subscribe, because we do talk about PHUN on a daily basis, mainly doing the technicals on the charts and that sort of thing. So yeah, if you enjoy that sort of stuff, this is a place for you. And the third and final thing that I want to talk about is the fact that we are actually doing a fundraiser right now going forwards into Christmas. It's for Save the Children. If you can donate anything, 100% of funds do go to charity. So yeah, if you can, please do. Now we're going to jump into this one, and as always, we're going to start off simply just looking at the price section of the stock today. So to sum things up very simply, coming from market open 9:30 up until this high up here at 9:33, a big spike on open, you'll see it took us to 5:39, and from there we really started to plummet. We hit lows down here, which were our lows of the day so far. This took us down to the 457 range before a big run up to the highs of the day so far at 551, if not a little bit higher at 561. And from there, of course, we did have a bit of a sell-off. This really took us to a price of 495, and then we started to move downwards slowly from there. And then this actually went a bit lower at 130. This took us down to the 483 range again, and from that point you will see we had a bit of consolidation, and now we're seeing a bit of a breakout towards the end of day. Now when I say the end of day, we do still have about an hour and a half to go, so anything could happen, but so far things are looking good. Of course, this breakout is now coming down a little bit. What happens next is unclear, but things are looking okay for today so far. Now the past 5-day story is mixed, as you guys will know. So we had that big run up taking us to highs at $18. From there we've been coming down ever since to sum things up very simply. Now Tuesday was still a red day, don't get me wrong, but we did see a little bit of consolidation towards the end in my opinion, and from there the question was what comes next. Now what I did say about this stock is a similar thing to what I said about DWAC. If we do start to see that consolidation continue, we could definitely be primed for another breakout, but ultimately it does depend on if we can find a support at this range. So we do appear to have found a support this range for now. We're coming back up to the $5 range, which is fantastic. And again, the question really is, where do we go right now? Are we going to see another big push up? I mean, yes, we have had a big push up today, but are we going to see this one be up by hundreds of percent on the day? I want to give a few of my opinions on that, but just before we do, I want to provide you guys with a technical analysis. So for this, we're doing the 1 day, 5 day, and we may just have a quick look at the 1 month chart just to sum things up over there. On the 1 day, you will see that we're sat on a moving average of 495. Now, the 1 day data isn't too relevant in my eyes, so I'm just going to quickly gloss over it. But you will see that obviously we have had this drop, which has kind of caught us out because we have had this rise, and clearly the moving average hasn't caught up yet. The RSI figure is also a little bit high because of this big rise, but now it's cooling off, coming back down to a more reasonable level at 55, and that is coming down, of course, because of the drop too. And the trend on the MACD is also seeing movements based on this drop, because we've had a big run up, and now we are starting to cool off as well on the MACD, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world because it is only the 1 day data. Now the 5 day for me becomes a bit more inclusive. Like I said, you can see here on the candlesticks a bit more clearly what we're noticing. We've had that consolidation periods towards the end of yesterday coming into today, and now we are starting to ask the question if we can see another run up. So we can see that we're sat on the moving average. Now this is simple and easy to understand. It's just because we have had that consolidation for quite a while now, and we have had that time to catch up over there. The trend on the RSI is a little bit high at 58, but honestly it's only 8 points away from neutral, because neutral is 50, so I'm not really too worried about that at all. And the trend on the MACD is becoming a little bit bullish, as you can see just recently, but yeah, it is still quite mixed and also quite neutral too. So the 1 month data shows us a bit more of a clear picture. Really, we're looking at this one from the 22nd onwards, in my opinion, especially at the charts. You will see that the RSI figure for this time period is at 63, which is actually going up again. We want this one to come back down to more reasonable levels at 50 or somewhere around that, but at least it has cooled off a bit from 80 plus where it was back here. Now the trend on the MACD was becoming bearish, and it is still becoming bearish, but this bearish trend does appear to be slowing down a little bit, which could be a good sign. And today's volume is 150.2 1.23 million compared to the previous day's volume at 125 million. So a few things to take away from today. The data is looking a bit better right now. Now, like I said before, it's still unclear as to where we are going with the stocks in my opinion, but I think what we are seeing could be a good sign. It could be a sign of a second run coming for a few of these stocks. And the reason why I believe that is because I was looking for a few things to come back into these to call them relatively risky, don't get me wrong, extremely risky, but potentially good plays. And a few of these things are coming back into the stock. So for example, we're seeing that volume come back up, which is a very, very good sign. It shows that more people are buying the stock, or at least trading the stock. On top of that, we are starting to see a bottom for the stock now. Similarly to DWAC that we just covered, one thing that we are seeing on that bottom is we are seeing it hit similar levels to where we were yesterday. So it does appear to be a bit of a support at yesterday's level, so that's very good. So coming down to roughly the $5 mark, we are finding some support, which is a good sign. Again, we want that to continue into tomorrow. So would I say that PHUN is a good buy right now? For me, I personally would not buy the stock right now, simply due to the fact that I'm looking for another day of consolidation at least to say this one is looking okay. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, if you have a more risk tolerant strategy, if you're more tolerant to risk, it could definitely be a good buy right now, because of course from where I'm standing, I just like to be a bit more sure in my sentiment of it being bullish before I was looking to buy it. But I understand that for some people, if they are willing to take a bit higher of a risk, now potentially could be a time to buy. But as always, it is very important to be completely aware of the risk with this stock and any other stock, especially one that is going up by 16% on the day and over 100% in the past week. Be very, very careful on what we are seeing, but of course it is very hard to say. On the one hand, we have seen in the past how people getting behind the stock can move it significantly, but on the other hand, we have seen how that can be a bad thing and also can have negative impacts for a lot of people, as they do not know the risk that they're getting into and they buy too many shares, and of course they lose a lot of money. So be very, very careful with the stock. Be very careful, but if you do play it right, if you get in at the right time, if you wish to get in, it could potentially work out for you. But for me, I would not be looking to buy this one right now. I'd be looking for at least another day of consolidation or growth before I was even to look at buying this stock. But as always, guys, I will be giving you an update on that tomorrow, as my opinions can change with the data. Thank you for watching this video though. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.